Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Annie Faye, for those of you that don't know me. For those of you that do, hello, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. So today's video, as I'm sure you can tell by the title, is going to be all about my composite veneers. I've been wanting to film this video forever, but I wasn't sure if you guys would be interested in seeing something like this because like not everyone wants to get veneers. But I did a poll on my Instagram story, which by the way, if you don't follow me, you should go do that. But a lot of you guys seemed interested in doing a little Q&A with me. So I thought that would be a fun little video to film for today. I'm just going to give you a little bit of information on the actual composite veneers themselves, and then I'm going to move on to questions you guys have asked me, which are more like personal to my experience. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. A lot of the time when I tell someone that I have composite veneers, they don't really know exactly what that means. So the process is pretty simple. They could do it in a day. I got mine done all in one appointment. What they do is they take a tooth-like resin and they sculpt a new tooth on top of your existing tooth. They then cure it with a light so that it hardens. My dentist actually compared it to getting your nails done, the way they sculpt it with a gel or an acrylic, and then they usually harden it in a light. It's honestly a very easy cosmetic dental procedure compared to getting actual porcelain veneers. So you're probably wondering like what the difference is and why I went with this route. Well, to start off, this is a lot more affordable. Aside from cost though, a major reason why I went with composite veneers instead of porcelain is because with porcelain veneers, they do usually have to shave down a lot of your tooth, and that personally terrifies me. They take impressions of your teeth after they've been shaved and they send it into a lab off-site so that the porcelain veneers can be manufactured. And from the vlogs I've seen, usually this process takes like about a week or two, but it always seems extremely painful. I have sensitive teeth anyway, so when I was seeing all these people get so much enamel shaved off, I was actually physically cringing at the thought of the pain. I am just gonna go over the pros and cons as well though. Like I said, I do want this to be an informative video. But the pros are that there's basically minimal to no shaving. That was a huge plus for me. It's also affordable, like I mentioned, and it also is reversible in most cases. For me, they didn't have to shave down my teeth a lot, so if I wanted to, I could get these removed. However, there are some downsides. The resin is not as durable as porcelain, so it can chip more easily than porcelain does, and it also stains more easily. Another thing is that you really have to do your research. I think that mine look pretty natural. That's exactly what I wanted. I did not want to have these very like thick composite veneers, and I feel like in a lot of cases they can look very large. Like I said, that's not always the case. You just have to do your research. Also, one last con is because they have to use your existing teeth and sculpt on top of them, you are kind of limited to the styles of teeth you can achieve. So for me, my veneers, sorry, it's so weird to like smile and talk. My veneers, as you can see, are kind of like square. That's just because I had a lot of gaps in my teeth. So in order to fill those out, they had to kind of make my teeth a little bit more square. But yeah, like I said, it's a little bit more limited. Like if I wanted to have like thinner, longer teeth, I would need porcelain veneers to do that. Now I'm gonna show you some before and afters, which I'm sure you're all dying to see because that's always my favorite part, I think. I love to see the transformation. Personally, for my video, I'm horrified. I do not even wanna look at my befores. Honestly, they weren't bad, but they're not great. So I tried to vlog my experience, which looking back at the footage was not a success, but I do have this video of me on the way there, and you can see the way I'm speaking. I'll just play it and then I'll comment. Hi guys, so I'm just on my way to get my composite veneers done. It is like 8:30 in the morning. Forgive my appearance, I just did my makeup in the car, but I'm nervous and excited at the same time. Just nervous because what if I hate it? I don't think I will, but what if I do? Yeah. Oh, the phone drop is classic me. I just feel like even watching this video, you can tell that I was not very comfortable with my teeth, like the way I was speaking. I feel like I was trying to hide my teeth, whereas now I don't really do that. Maybe I do, I don't think I do. I feel like watching myself in this video versus when I watch myself editing my videos now, I speak a lot more confidently. But yeah, so my main issues were the gaps in between my teeth. Didn't like how that looked. Also, I have very small teeth naturally. The two front teeth aren't too bad, but the teeth next to them are very little. Like I said, that's why my teeth now look very square. You can also see that my front two teeth weren't very straight. There was a lot of wear there. That could have been fixed with dental bonding, of course, but it wouldn't have fixed the other issues like the gaps and stuff. And then here we have the after pictures. Beautiful, perfect, not a flaw in sight. 10 out of 10, I'm definitely a satisfied customer. Okay, so I have the questions here. At what age did you get veneers? I got my veneers done about a year ago. I had just turned 24, and it's something that I had been wanting to do since I was like probably 16 or 17, but I did want to wait until I was older. I waited a very long time to do this, but I did just want to comment on that because I feel like TikTok makes these huge procedures like veneers, nose jobs, BBLs. I feel like it makes it look so casual to younger audiences, and I don't think that's very healthy personally. Don't get me wrong, I am pro plastic surgery. If you don't like something and you're not confident in yourself, I feel like you should 100% be able to change it. I'm not against that in any way, but I do think when someone is very young and they're constantly seeing these things, it can make them want to do it at such a young age. And I do think these things can have negative effects. Of course, if you're 18 and you can afford to get something done, you should be able to do it. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying in my personal experience, I am glad I waited a little bit longer. Next question, where did you get them done? I got them done at Center Dental Office in Richmond Hill. I'm gonna be leaving all the information down in the description if you wanna check that out. Like if you live in Toronto or near Toronto. I got mine done by Dr. Atoosa Parsi. She did an amazing job. First of all, like I'm so happy. Second of all, she made me so comfortable the entire time. So definitely recommend her. Next question, did you pick your smile before? I feel like this depends entirely on where you go. I had 2 consultations at different dental offices. The first place I went to did actually have me look at different smile styles, and we discussed those kinds of things. I'm gonna actually insert a picture of what they showed me just so you guys can see the different smile styles that I am talking about. Instead of showing me like different smile styles, what she did was just shape the teeth. She made them all very perfect, like very straight, and then we went from there. She said, look at your smile, what don't you like, what do you like, what can I fix, what can I change? So we just kind of went from there. I'll show you the original like smile she had sculpted here. As you can see, it's very straight, the teeth are very perfect. While that didn't look bad, I did want a more natural look, so I just asked her to shave down these here. I just wanted them a little bit shorter than the front two so that it looked more natural. And then I also asked her to round them a little bit because I feel like when they're very square, that can also make them look more like veneers. I also asked her to make them a bit thinner. They weren't thick at all, but I just wanted them to be honestly as thin as possible. Okay, next is how much did it cost and how many teeth did you get done? So usually they charge per tooth. At the time, they were charging $350 per tooth. I'm not sure if they're still doing that. Like I said, it was about a year ago, so maybe prices have increased, but if they did, it would probably be very, very little. And yeah, I got 16 done total. I got 8 on top, 8 on bottom. So it ended up being $5,600. Like I said, I did 16 teeth. I would definitely recommend doing 20 though, just because when I smile really big, God, I hate doing this. I feel like the sides of my smile look very dark. My veneers are much whiter than my natural teeth were. Obviously, I wanted to go as wet as possible without looking absolutely ridiculous. So these are whiter than my natural teeth. And because I don't have the veneers on these like furthest teeth here, it does make my smile look a little bit darker in the corners. So I'm definitely gonna go back and fix that eventually. Also on my bottom teeth, I could not do an extra 2 here because I actually still have my baby teeth. For whatever reason, they just never came out. So I need to get those extracted and replaced with implants. But yeah, if you're thinking about doing it, I would probably do 20. If you wanna even do like 8 on the bottom, 10 on top, I would recommend that as well, because when you're smiling wide, you can't really see the bottom of your teeth. But for the top, you should definitely do as many teeth as are showing when you smile. At the time, I don't know why, I thought you could only see 8. And Dr. Parsi fully was like, oh, you should do 10. And I was like, no, let's stick with 8. Foolish. Okay, next question. How long was the process? So it took about 5 hours, I think. I wanted to do it all in one appointment because I am very impatient. Like I said, this was something I'd wanted to do since high school, so I was like, no, let's do it. I want it done. Let's do it. I'll sit there for as long as I have to. But you do have the option of doing it in 2 appointments. So like 2.5 hours. You could do top first and then bottom. But honestly, doing it in 1 appointment wasn't too bad. Dr. Parsi gave me a lot of breaks in between. So yeah, like I said, she was great. Did it hurt, and did they have to saw your teeth down? So like I mentioned earlier, with composite veneers, they don't really have to shave down your teeth as much as they do with porcelain veneers. However, that does not mean that they never have to shave down your teeth. I think it depends entirely on your smile and how much crowding you have. So as you can see in my before pictures, I did not have much crowding. My issue was gaps, but she did have to file down very, very little of my bottom tooth down here, just because it was slightly not straight, so it was crowding with these 2 teeth here a little bit. So she did have to shave it down very slightly so that she could like shape the tooth. But it was very little. Like, I didn't even feel any sensitivity while she was doing it. Also, it didn't hurt at all. I really wouldn't describe the process as painful. Maybe uncomfortable, if anything, but definitely not painful. Just because you are sitting there with your mouth wide open for hours, you can feel some discomfort, but that's expected. And there were also some tools that she used that were maybe mildly painful, but it would only last for like 2 seconds. It was never like prolonged pain. Like, it would be over very quick. So yeah, I wouldn't describe it as painful or scary at all. Next question, how long do they last? I feel like this is another kind of question that like entirely depends on how well you take care of your teeth. Dr. Parsi mentioned that they can last anywhere from 4 to 10 years depending on how well you take care of them. She actually mentioned that she's had hers on for 13 years. Don't get me wrong, she is a dentist, so they were obviously getting the best care possible. But if you are caring for them, they should last you more towards 10 years than 4. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, they're just a little bit more prone to staining and chipping because they're not as durable as porcelain. But I do know that there are ways to like refresh them a little bit. You can get them polished, which removes surface stains. It doesn't remove like deep stains, but it'll remove surface stains, which should make your teeth look a little bit whiter, a little bit brighter. So like I said, the better you take care of them, the longer they will last. So make sure you're brushing and flossing regularly. I feel like brushing regularly should just always be a thing, veneers or not. That should go without saying, but you never know, I guess. When I first got them done, I was sitting with my friends and one of them looks at me and goes, "Oh, so then you don't have to brush your teeth." Huh? No, you certainly have to brush your teeth. Just another thing with composite veneers, you do want to be careful with the kind of toothpaste you're using. Just because if you're using a toothpaste that's very abrasive, it can cause little scratches in your veneers, which make them less durable and also more prone to staining. So you just want to use a very gentle toothpaste. For example, I never ever use a whitening toothpaste. 1, there's no reason to. They're not going to whiten. 2, they are more abrasive, so you do want to avoid that with a composite veneer. All right, next question. I got a lot of questions about this. Can you drink coffee or wine? So it is advised to avoid staining foods, specifically coffee and red wine. I've never really been a big coffee or red wine drinker, so this wasn't really a thing. Like, I didn't really care about this. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But I do know a lot of people are addicted to coffee and love red wine, so keep that in mind. It will definitely stain. I feel like those are always the most staining foods that are mentioned. Just because I don't drink coffee or wine, that doesn't mean I'm not very cautious about what I am drinking. Like the other day, for example, I was drinking tea and it was very, very red. And I was like panicking a little. I felt guilty. I was like, oh damn, like this is not gonna be good. I have to go brush my teeth instantly after this. Or even I got some chlorophyll drops because of TikTok. The water is extremely green. Like even if you just do a few drops of the chlorophyll, the water is so green. So I was drinking it and I was like, oh God, no, my teeth are screaming. And it's also not one of those things you want to drink with a straw because personally, I despise the taste. It tastes like straight up dirt. We're almost done. Next question is it weird or painful when you eat? Right now, it's not weird or painful at all. It was never really painful, but it was definitely weird. There is a lot of discomfort because you basically have a whole new set of teeth in your mouth. It feels very foreign. So while you're trying to get used to like all this new surface area and your whole new bite, it is kind of difficult to like chew foods. But yeah, now it feels just as comfortable to eat as it used to with my natural teeth. So it just takes a little bit of getting used to. Also, I had a lisp for like 2 weeks. And finally, last question, do you think you would have gone for a different option if you had the chance? No, I don't really think I would do anything different. At the time, it was definitely the best option for me. And even today, I still think it's the best option for me. I just wanted quick results that weren't permanent, and the fact that it was affordable is definitely a huge, huge bonus. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, if I want these taken off, I can still do that. I still have the option of doing Invisalign and dental bonding or something, maybe even porcelain veneers, but who knows, because that's still terrifying to me. But yeah, I'm actually all done for today's video. I do just quickly want to say I really enjoyed answering your questions. I had so much fun doing that, and I'm planning on filming a little Q&A get ready with me for the month of May. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should go ahead and do that, because I'm going to be asking you guys to submit some questions soon. I'm going to be leaving my handle down below. If you have any other questions about my teeth that I did not answer, feel free to leave them down in the comments, or if you have any other comments, feel free to leave them in the comments. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. How many times am I going to say that? If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you like this vibe, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!